What's up everybody, it's Justin, or AVJV, back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's always a while in between uploads, but hey, thanks for being here anyways. If you haven't looked at today's title, I'm ranking every single boss between Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong. So every single boss in the franchise so far. This is before Silksong DLC comes out. Um, Look, I am a very avid enjoyer of both of these games. Like, I 100% did Silksong I want to say a few weeks ago, and I have over easily over 200 hours on the first Hollow Knight, and I got everything on I beat every boss on Radiant, like that type of stuff. So I really love the Hollow Knight series, and I'm really happy to make this video because I want to see if anyone, sees my views as, it could be like a hot take. I don't know, maybe something like that. But whatever. I'm gonna just get right into it, to be honest with you. Because, obviously, if you know Hollow Knight, you know how the bosses are. They're fun as hell. I love how everything is like a song and dance. Having to learn the moves, maybe like a right skill set would be better than the other, depending on the boss. And yeah, I'd say my favorite thing about every boss is how innovative they can be with their mechanics. And again, that's kind of what kept me, repeatedly fighting them over and over in Godhome in the first Hollow Knight. And again, hopefully, if Silksong gets a Godhome DLC, give Pantheon a Farloom. It's gonna be so difficult, but it'll be worth it because the bosses are fun as hell. But yeah, with that, I'll get to start ranking. So obviously, first up, we got False Knight. We got the first ever boss in the franchise in the first game. So yeah, the way this tier list is actually sorted out is obviously got first game bosses first, and then Silksong bosses after. So yeah, obviously starting off with the first Hollow Knight, we got False Knight. We got the first ever boss of the game. Very simple tutorial boss, and one thing I love about it is like majority of the negative reviews of the first game, I would probably talk about them rage coding because they could not beat False Knight, which is hilarious because again, he's super slow, but again, I'd say very fun tutorial boss. Attack patterns are pretty simple enough, and obviously he's not too fast paced for getting you comfortable with the game. So I would say I'd give him a nice C tier, just because again, he's pretty easy. He's tutorial boss. Attack patterns are all right. Everything is very manageable and pretty well rounded for False Knight. But again, obviously, when you get to a more expert level, like in the Pantheon of Hollowness, one of the first bosses showing up, it was super easy to just shred through him. So obviously not too high up, but not the lowest it can possibly be. So I'm gonna say nice solid C tier for False Knight. Next up, we got Gruzmother, obviously second boss that you would ever fight. I'd say it's alright. I'd put it either below False Knight or just straight up D tier. Probably D tier, because again, the attack pattern is very straightforward. She either charges at you, or she just constantly just going back and forth between the ceiling and the floor of the arena. Very easy to dodge, not very much health. It doesn't have the charm that False Knight has. Where every time you stagger it, you see the little maggot pop out. But nah, Gruzmother is just pretty bare bones. And the first time you fight her, whenever she dies, she just explodes into other little mini Gruzzes. Ugh, not really not really pleasing to the eye. But whatever, I'd say just D tier for Gruzmother. Next up, we got Vengefly King. The first ever time you fight Vengefly King is if you choose to try to save Zote in Green Path. Again, very straightforward. All Vengefly King does is just like dive at you like back and forth, and then occasionally calls other venge flies. I would like again. I'd probably just put it back in D tier because again, there's nothing really special about it. Very bare bones, and again, like it's just another oversized version of a very simple enemy. So again, yeah, like very like nothing special about it. Um, yeah, again, nothing really like appealing in the boss. Like only difference being in Godhome and Pantheon of Hollowness is that you fight two at the same time because they're that easy. So again, I'd probably put them in the same. I don't know if it's behind or in front of Grell's Mother. They're like exactly the same for me. So I'm not really picky about those two. Next up, we got the boy MMC. We got Massive Moss Charger. This is probably the easiest boss in the game, considering like fighting it in Godhome. All you need is Quick Slash, and then you could like that's it. All you have to do is just spam attack, and then that's literally it. That's the entire boss. All it does again charges at you like this, back and forth, and occasionally it would jump and then blah blah blah. I would still put it. I'll put it top of D just for the memes, just for the Massive Moss Charger memes. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. Next up, we got Hornet 1. Hornet 1 was pretty fun. Like, honestly, I'd say B tier. Probably because, I mean, yeah, obviously, again, like, it was fun. It was, like, first time ever meeting or, like, confronting Hornet in the first game. And obviously, memes, Shaw, but yeah, I'd say again, very, very cool, like, like getting comfortable with the game boss. Hornet 1's pretty fun. Hornet 2 is obviously even more fun because she's faster paced. But obviously, just talking from like a gameplay standpoint, like yeah, again, very simple, very easy. I'd say again, yeah, like above False Knight because obviously Hornet is Hornet. Obviously, I mean, I can't say False Knight is as important as Hornet, but whatever, pretty simple. Next up we have Mantis Lords, one of the fights in the entire first game. Incredible boss. I'm saying A tier. A tier because obviously number one we got the OST soundtrack is absolutely incredible. And the fight itself is actually very, very fun. Like as soon as you initiate it, like fight starts, OST kicks in, fight one of the Mantis Lords. As soon as you defeat them, you fight two at the same time. It's pretty cool. It really sets the tone. Like when you're exploring the Mantis village, and like even if you like accidentally fall all the way down, you just see them sitting on their thrones or whatever. It's pretty cool. Like atmospherically and just from like a straight up gameplay standpoint. So I'm gonna say A tier. Not quite S, probably because again, like Godhome has a more difficult version. Sisters of Battle. Like, what makes that more fun is because obviously like it requires a lot faster paced movement. Stuff like that. But yeah, Mantis Lords are gonna get a nice A tier. Next up on this list is Soul Warrior. To this day, I still question why he was ever considered a boss in Godhome. I thought this was just considered like one of those gauntlet enemies. But no, apparently Soul Warrior counts as a boss. So, like, again, thankfully, Soul Warrior isn't tedious. Like, attack patterns aren't that bad. They're pretty simple. The pacing is alright. Like he's able to lunge at you. He could teleport. He could down slash on you. He could throw projectiles at you. It's not that bad of a boss. I'd probably put him. I'd probably put Soul Warrior like above False Knight, just because again, there's nothing special. But yeah, and the attack patterns are pretty fun. But still, I honestly C is probably all it's gonna get. Next up we got Soul Master. Soul Master was very fun the first time I ever encountered it because, again, like the build-up soundtrack it was super climactic, and obviously like the fake out he gives you, like like as soon as you like quote unquote defeat him, and you're about to get the desolate dive, he fakes you out, and then you fall down, and then you see all those dead like bugs in the background from that were used for their soul. So, anyways, yeah, like lore standpoint, gameplay standpoint, atmosphere standpoint, Soul Master is pretty damn good. Again, obviously, if you don't know me by now, like Soul Tyrant is obviously gonna be more fun because just because of faster pace. But other than that, Soul Masters are very solid. I will put it right under Hornet. Next up, we got the homie. We got Dung Defender. We got the boy Ogrim of the Five Great Knights. Dung Defender, probably one of my favorite characters in the first game. You know all the memes, like just like his moves, the way he fights, and again his backstory. Very very fun boss. I would put over Hornet 1, or like either top of B or just right under Mantis Lords. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I would just say white, like White Defender is obviously more fun because different, like a couple new attack patterns and just faster paced. So yeah, I probably put Dung Defender top of B. Fluke Marm, I'm getting this out of the way. No, I don't even want to talk about this. This is foul. Yeah, I'm moving on straight away. Crystal Guardian, not a bad boss. Like I thought it was just some random dead bug when you first encounter him in Crystal Peak, but no. As soon as you try to sit on the bench, you can't, and then you realize you hit it, and then the boss starts up. Crystal Guardian. What is kind of funny about this boss is that this boss can be like completely cheesed if you equip a Defender's Crest and you just sit there, like you won't have to initiate the fight at all. It would just slowly kill it, which is pretty funny. Obviously, I'm gonna say Enraged Guardian is a little more fun because, again, faster pace. Faster pace and more damage. But yeah, Crystal Guardian again, nothing special. Very easy. If you have Shade Cloak, you can dash right through him to dodge his lasers. Very simple. I would probably just put this I don't know, top. I'd put it under False Knight. Gorb, we already know. the homie Gorb. Ascend with Gorb. We love Gorb. Gorb is so funny. I've so funny for no reason. But yeah, probably one of, if not my favorite dream, like warrior dream of the first game. Not my favorite dream boss, just like warrior dream. Gorb, I would say again, nothing special. Just does the same over and over. Like shooting his little like toothpicks at you. But yeah, again, nothing too special. I would probably put Gorb again top of Siege just for memes. We love Gorb. Next up we got Zero. Probably most likely it was your first warrior dream because he's in the resting grounds, pretty much right outside of where Seer first saves you or whatever. Zero, he was alright. Again, pretty straightforward. He's just shooting nails at you, and just floating back and forth. I'd probably put it either in between Soul Warrior and False Knight, or I don't know, I'd probably under Soul Warrior, because Soul Warrior, at least there was a lot more better movement in the fight, whereas Zero, you're just constantly jumping up and either attacking it straight up or just spamming Shade Soul. Or like the upgraded version of Vengeful Spirit. I forgot the name of it. I think it was Shade Sword. But yeah, I probably just keep him there, to be honest with you, or under False Knight. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably put him under False Knight, just because again, False Knight was I feel like he has a bit more value than Zero, to be honest with you. Next up we got Marmu. Marmu we fight in Queen's Gardens. Personally, dude, like Marmu is not enjoyable for me. Like just constantly trying to charge at you, and you like all you have to really do is just hit it away. But still, I don't know. Marmu not the greatest. I would probably just put it like top of D or under Massive Boss Charge. Just because, like, only reason why is just because Massive Boss Charger wins is just because of the memes. Like a Marmu, again, I just found not enjoyable at all. It could just be a me thing, but that's what it's for. Next up we have Markoth. I don't know where to begin. I despise Markoth. Only because of his Godhome version, where it completely removes the floor. Like, come on. I think Radiant Markoth is more difficult than Absolute Radiance. 100%. Like, Markoth was so annoying. I did not like Markoth at all. I don't like Markoth at all, but like, I would still put him, I would say, bottom of C, or like right next to Zero. Nah, I'd probably put it bottom of C. Like, only because, like, it's not as boring as Massive Moss Charger, because you still have to move around and dodge, but like, still, it's super tedious to fight in general, you know. Just because, like, you know, he speeds up in his, like, when he's, like half, whatever. He was such a pain in the ass. Next up we have Elder Who. Elder Who is, like, again, very bare bones. Like, if you have the Shade Cloak, you could just completely cheese his one move of like, slamming down his little rings or whatever. It's super easy to dodge, and he's pretty tedious if he just keeps like teleporting across the arena every hit he takes. But yeah, like, nothing special. I'd probably put it. I'd put it under Markoth, just because, like, you know, like, it's a little too easy. I would say Markoth is very, very slightly over. Yeah, very slightly over Markoth. I'm sorry, very, very slightly under Markoth, because again, all you're doing is jumping up and you're hitting him, and then again, it's even more annoying if you have to wait before he teleports out of the arena and he does his other little ring attack. Actually, yeah, speaking of which, I mean, yeah, going back to Zero, I'd probably move him above Markoth, but over Elder. I know Zero's fight is pretty much literally just Elder Who's fight, but I'd say it's a lot more, like, it's more fun trying to dodge the nails coming at you than just spamming shade dash to completely nullifies attacks pretty much. Next up we have Galleon. Galleon was actually alright. I love this guy. Actually, like his Hunter's Journal description, like, was like a quote. I can't remember what it was, but I remember putting that quote in my yearbook for graduation. My quote was, I quoted Galleon. Like, the Galleon's fight itself, it was alright. Again, you're just constantly just dodging this big freaking scythe coming at you. Like again, it's not very special. Like like pretty much like half of these dream bosses are just like jumping up and spamming like the attack button upward. Like it's nothing special at all. So Galleon, I would say just because his character was pretty cooler, I'd put it just right. I'd probably put it above 0. And actually, yeah. Speaking of which, to be honest, all the warrior dreams probably gonna be grouped together. So, I would say, Gorb is the best one out of them, just because it's fun. Next up we have No Eyes. No Eyes was probably my least favorite warrior dream. Probably just because, like, you know, you're constantly hopping from platform to platform, trying to find wherever the hell she is, while dodging these constant projectiles going up and down across the screen, which is incredibly tedious. I'd say only thing going for No Eyes is the creepiness of the fight, because there's no music, it's just her singing in this super dark arena. So, you know, nothing special. Finally moving on from the warrior dreams, I'd say Broken Vessel. Broken Vessel was very fun, I gotta say. Because, yeah, again, like, soundtrack was fire. Fight itself, moveset was pretty cool, you know, like, I mean, Broken Vessel, like, he does jump a lot, so, but still, you know, like, it's cool, like he could jump, he can ground pound, he could hit, you know, he could slash at you, he could go back and forth with slashes, you know, I mean, yeah, kind of similar to our own moveset in the first game, because, I mean, it does make sense, he is, you know, like, a vessel, but still, again, like, a little bit of a side note, but yeah, like, Lost Kin took me, obviously, a lot longer than Broken Vessel, because of how fast-paced it is. But yeah, Broken Vessel is pretty cool. I would probably put it either under or over Soul Master. I'd probably put it under Soul Master, bottom of B. Again, just because, like, it has a more difficult version, which is the more fun version. So, you know. Next up we have Brooding Moloch. I actually found this pretty late in my playthrough of the game, even though it's like, you know, if you're skilled enough, this could be the 3rd ever boss you fight. Because, you know, it's just in Forgotten Crossroads, just chilling there. Yeah, like, it's behind the little place where the game makes you think you need mantis claw to access it, but realistically you could just pogo on the spikes to get to the arena. So yeah, like, nothing very special. All it is just he's just going back and forth, constantly spitting like infection at you, and if you get too close, he'll try to slash you, and then like, yeah, and then every now and then he'll try to jump on you and then jump back, or like spit a whole bunch of infection on one side of the arena. Other than that, very easy boss to shred. Nothing too special again. I'd probably say, like, right under False Knight, just because of, you know, if you know, you know, in Pantheon of Hollowness, you can fight Tiso. Totally. Tiso, favorite boss in the game, 100%. But yeah, other than that, Brooding Moloch doesn't even have a more difficult version, it's just there. So yeah. Next up, we have Enraged Guardian. Again, just a more difficult version of, you know, of Crystal Guardian. He does double damage. Just a tiny bit faster with his attacks. I would probably put it like right over Brooding Moloch. It's nothing special. Like, all it is just faster paced. Like, no new attacks, no new nothing. You know. So yeah, probably just that. Actually, hold on. There we go. Now I can see. Yeah, nothing too special to be honest with you. Nosk was terrifying. Nosk, the first time I was in Deepness and I fell down that giant cavern, and then I was trying to find my way out, and I saw myself, and I said, "What the hell is that?" And like again, Nosk is terrifying. Love the atmosphere. The boss fight again, pretty straightforward, but I'd say the only reason why it's as high as I'm probably gonna put it is probably just because of the fear factor. You know, the soundtrack is super intense. Like, even the lore behind Nosk is insane. Like, it imitates like the one's like closest partner or something. And if it doesn't know your closest partner, it just imitates yourself. And then it lures it into its nest, and then it insane. Nosk is insane, bro. I'd probably put Nosk. I would probably put it under Hornet 1. Like, just because of atmosphere and lore alone. I'd say that's what carries it. I do kind of wish we had like a bit more lore to Nosk, but like then again, there isn't really much to elaborate. Probably just like the concept of this thing that just lures bugs in by mimicking the appearance of like a loved one or something. It's pretty morbid. And yeah, that's probably what I like most about it. Next is Umu, bro. Ooh, there is nothing special about this fight. And yeah, like, all it is, I mean, first time you fight it with Coral, which is pretty cool. Other than that, you just fight it in Godhome with the explosive jellyfish. Again, nothing very special about the boss. I'd probably put it, jeez, I don't even know. I would probably put this, I'm trying to think of what was more enjoyable, to be honest with you. I would probably put it, honestly, right up under Markov. Only because Markov is a more difficult fight. That is literally the only purpose. Like, Umu's very, very straightforward. You're just stalling until Coral stuns it, or you're just hitting one of the explosive jellyfish and you're aiming it at Umu. Like, it's super, super easy to kill it in one cycle. So again, it's not very special. Watcher Knights, I think everyone struggled with this, and in fact, so many people struggled with this that Team Cherry added a way to automatically kill one of the Watcher Knights, like, before the fight even starts. Apparently, it was so difficult that they added that. I never did that. I fought all 6. But yeah, Watcher Knights, it definitely could be a lot to deal with, because you're fighting like at least 2 at a time, and the amount of times that they just roll across the arena, or like roll and jump, that's what really screws you up. I still say they're pretty unique, just because of how many there are. I would probably still put it top of C, maybe. I'd say more enjoyable than Soul Warrior because of just the higher difficulty. And yeah, obviously, like, higher difficulty boss for me, it requires a lot more movement. And obviously, movement is like obviously very satisfying to do in a boss, for me anyways. But yeah, you know, I'll probably just leave Watcher Knights top of C. Next up we have the Collector. The Collector I see more as a meme character. The Collector was so funny, just because of how maniacal he was, and like, and yeah, and again, like the lore being was that like, yeah, like while the Pale King was like making the King's Mold or whatever, like I can't remember exactly what it was, but like, yeah, like the Collector was like was made out of the same thing that the King's Mold were made out of, because again, he's made out of void. He has 4 arms. That's exactly what the King's Mold are. But yeah, again, nothing special about the Collector. He's constantly just jumping around and going into the ceiling and dropping his other mobs, or mobs, like enemies. Again, nothing too special. Probably put. Oh, whoops. I would probably put the Collector. I don't know. It's starting to get tricky on where to put these. The Collector, I would probably put. I'd probably put top of C, just because he was more enjoyable than Watcher Knights. Obviously it wasn't too difficult, but again, just judging just based off of how much I enjoyed the boss, you know, just like as a whole, could be soundtrack, could be atmosphere, could be attack patterns, could be anything. But yeah, Collector, not very special, probably just top of C. Next we have the Hive Knight. Hive Knight didn't take me that long. The run back was very painful. But yeah, like the boss itself isn't that bad. You don't need too much movement to fight Hive Knight. I mean, the Hive itself is a pretty cool area, but Hive Knight itself, the run back was harder than the actual boss. You know, it was alright. And yeah, I'm saying nothing special a lot of times, but still. I'd probably put Hive Knight. I put it right under the Collector, to be honest with you. Like, again, there's just not much to say about these. There's a lot of C tier bosses in the first game. Zolt. This is Zolt the Mighty, not even Grey Prince Zolt, because Grey Prince is over here. This is actual just Zolt. It's Coliseum of Fools Zolt. It's literally impossible to die to. Zolt. I don't know, man. I'm putting it over Flukumar. Yeah, it's not even a boss. I mean, unless this is the Eternal Ordeal, but I doubt it is, because it's not really a boss, it's like a gauntlet. Nah, I think it's just Zolt straight up. Yeah, it is, because the other Coliseum of Fools enemies are there. Yeah, next up we have the Oblobles. The Oblobles, again, like, they're just floating around, spamming infection at you, and then when you kill the first one, the other one gets enraged, he gets a slight health increase, and then he just goes faster. Not special at all. I would probably, again, I'd probably rather fight Umu than the Oblobles. I'd probably just put it, like, top of D, to be honest with you. Like, really nothing special to the Oblobles. And we have Trial of the Fool for Coliseum of Fools. We have God Tamer. God Tamer was okay. It was somewhat challenging, at least. You know, like, first couple times you fight it in Coliseum of Fools. But yeah, God Tamer, I'd probably fight it. I'd probably put it like, I don't even know. Dude, again, it's getting difficult to rank all these. I would probably put it like right under Watcher Knights, I think. Yeah, cause yeah, right under Watcher Knights, just because all it is that the actual dude is he's just jumping around, and that's it. Everything else is just the actual like big bug just shooting infection at you or just rolling, and that's the entire boss. That's it. Next up we have there we go. Now we're getting into the actual dream variants of some bosses. We have Soul Tyrant. Soul Tyrant was very fun because of how fast it was. Again, yeah, just more difficult version of Soul Master. But yeah, I would say top of B, just because, like, yeah, only difference is just faster pace, and yeah, that's pretty much it for, yeah, faster pace, more health than Soul Master. Next up we have Lost Kin. Lost Kin was very fun. Once again, another more difficult version of a boss. Faster pace makes it more fun. I would probably put it under Soul Tyrant. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There isn't much to say about these. And also, I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I want to start hammering. No, I want to start hammering these out. Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the Silksong bosses yet. Look how many there are. Okay, I'll try to pick up the pace. Great Prince Zoe. The fact that you could fight him 10 times in Greta's house is pretty funny. I would say, like, or at least a lot of people would say, one of the most difficult bosses in the first game. You know, like, I'd say the most brutal part about Great Prince Zoe is that in Pendant of Hollowness, you fight Great Prince, I think, right after Markov, or something like that. And then after you fight Zoe, you fight Hornet too, which is a very big like run ender, you know. But yeah, Great Prince Zoe, I'd say is pretty fun. Very very fun for memes, and difficulty was also pretty alright. I'd say the second A tier boss, right under I'd say under Mantis Lords, probably just because, you know, Mantis Lords was more. Was it more fun? Yeah, it was. I would rather fight Mantis Lords, or default Mantis Lords than Great Prince. Just because, like, the only reason why it gets more difficult every time you fight him is just because he does one more mask of damage per fight. So, like, I see Mantis Lords more, like more as, like, not more difficult, but almost like a dance. Like, you're in this enclosed arena, and the Mantis Lords are like constantly like rapidly like trying to come at you. Zoe, you're just like running around trying to like dodge all the like weird like he's super weird attacks. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for Great Prince. Next we have Failed Champion. Failed Champion was pretty fun. Once you, like, as soon as you understand his attack patterns, it's very fun. Because realistically, all you gotta do is stick to one side of the arena, and then if you see him running at you, he's about to jump and then slam his mace down. Again, it's a repetitive boss, but again, because it's like because of how fast paced it is, I'm putting it a little bit over Mantis Lords. Also because this is literally the fourth last boss of Pantheon of Hollowness somehow. um, but yeah, Phil Champion was pretty fun. I like Phil Champion. That's that, I guess. Next up we have White Defender. Going straight to top of it because, again, very fun. Again, just a more difficult version of Dunk Defender, but not only is it just faster paced, couple new attack patterns which are very fun. So, yeah, and again, the fact that you could fight it multiple times is also pretty fun. But yeah, I would say just top of it for White Defender. Next up we have Hornet Sentinel, or Hornet 2. This is very fun. Again, similar to White Defender. Hornet gets a couple new attacks. She gets a parry, and she gets that one spiky tool. And yeah, just faster pace in general. I would say probably. I would put it right in between, like middle of A. Just because I like Field Champion's pacing more, and on over Mantis Lords because of like how much because of the difficulty in general. So we have Trader Lord. Now, Trader Lord is, I'd say it was a little more impactful in the sense that if you like talked with Cloth, I can't remember what the exact requirements were, but like Cloth ends up getting like the final blow, but she ends up dying. So rip Cloth. I'm pretty sure there is a way to like keep her alive, but I didn't figure that out in time. So yeah. It's a Trader Lord, I would say. Not like special. I'd say the only thing that carries it is its lore. Like Trader Lord was like the fourth Mantis Lord, but kind of like left the tribe and just embraced the infection instead of like staying with the other Mantis Lords. Other than that, again, not too special. Trader Lord, not too special. I would probably put it. I don't know. Probably put it top of C. Just because of. I don't know. I don't even know. Like, there's at least some movement in the fight, which is fun. But still, nothing too special. We have now next up, we have the one and only. We have the Hollow Knight. Now, I'm gonna be really clear about something. This is the first S tier boss. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is this absolute joke of a final boss an S tier? The Hollow Knight is an S tier simply because of the lore of the story. Pretty much, like a vast majority of the lore of Hollow Knight revolves around this guy right here, and even like the gameplay in general is fight. As soon as you reach that third phase, and then like the fight does like a complete 180, and like turns into like a sad fight where you see it like you see the Hollow Knight literally trying to like like it's trying to impale itself constantly. Like it's just again cinema of a fight. And then depending on if you got the Void Heart. If you got the King's Brand, you went to the Abyss, got the Void Heart. Saw the entire cutscene of the Pale King. Like, you are the vessel, you are the Hollow Knight. Hornet comes in, giving you one of the quotes of all time: "Get good." To the Radiance over the Hollow Knight because of number one, just the climax of this fight. Like instead of like right about to like kill the Hollow Knight, you're actually given an unexpected opening by Hornet, which allows you to dream nail the Hollow Knight, and then you're transported into this weird, like, mysterious arena. And then you go up, and then you say to yourself, "What, we're gonna fight the sun?" Yes, you are. You are going to fight the sun. Like, not even an exaggeration. Just the aura of the Radiance. It's just incredible. The Radiance fight. Again, nothing too special, but it's super climactic in the sense that as soon as you finish that second phase, you see the Radiance teleport all the way up to the high ground. You're climbing up the platforms. You see all like the little you see all the shades of the siblings floating up with you. You finally hit the Radiance, and then you see the Hollow Knight's shade open up like the Radiance, and then you just like beat the Radiance's ass, and then you drag it into the void, and thus ending the infection. Dude, incredible boss, and yeah, again, like one of the most lore heavy, just higher beings in general. Like Hallownest before Hallownest was, there was the Moth tribes, and they worshipped the Radiance. Pale King came along. He said, "I'm gonna give some basic instincts and intelligence to everybody." And then everyone forgot about the Radiance, and then the Radiance said, "Hell no, I'm not having this," and releases an infection upon the entire kingdom, and then blah blah blah, and then Hollow Knight happens. Incredible. Love the Radiance. Troop Master Grimm. Again, this entire DLC was just spectacular. Troop Master Grimm, I would say low S tier. Cause again, soundtrack, Grimm as a character, as a whole. Yeah, everything about the Grimm Troop DLC was just amazing. His fight was cool. He bows at you at the beginning, but if you attack him during the bow, he'll start off with that pufferfish attack, and I think get like a slight health increase, I think. But yeah, and then speaking of which, Nightmare King Grimm, the third most difficult boss in the first Hollow Knight. What an incredible boss! Because number one, again, soundtrack, obviously. Number two, you got the atmosphere, Number three, just difficulty in general. Like his moves really make it feel like you're participating in a dance, Like the movement required for this fight is just incredible, and I love doing it every single time. I never get tired of fighting him, and yeah, easy other S tier boss. Next we have brothers Oro and Mato. Now, pretty simple fight, to be honest with you. I love how it starts by fighting Mato by himself, and then Oro just comes along, and then we fight both of them. It's pretty cool. I like this fight. But yeah, again, it's okay. It's not too special. I would still put it. I would say maybe. I would put it probably bottom of 8. because the attack patterns are very simple. You know, like they're constantly just jumping and trying to like down slash at you. But I say the most unique thing about the fight is that they use their nail arts. You know, like you're given I think it was Mato that gave you the Cyclone Slash. Like, yeah, Mato uses that. And then, yeah, then Oro uses the Dash Slash, which is what he gave you. Which is very cool. I love it. It's a very unique fight. But I say it's very simple, because all you really have to do is stick to one side of the arena, and then they just take turns attacking. And then eventually you'll beat him. Paintmaster Shale. Again, very unique. Love all the different colors he uses. And yeah, different take on the brothers. Again, very simple. As soon as you get the attack patterns down. Other than that, not really much to go off of, to be honest with you. I still put it A tier just because I love all the nail masters. I love the voice. Next we have Great Nail Sage Sly. I love this boss for one reason, and it was because the first time I got to him in Pantheon of the Sage, like I did not even know, like who would have thought Sly was the Great Nail Sage, bro? Like, obviously, if you played the game once before and you free Sly in Forgotten Crossroads, you actually like, you know, see him talking about Oro or Mato. But still, like, you know, I just find it incredible how Sly is almost like a Yoda character, you know, like I fucking love Sly as a character and as a whole, to be honest with you. I would probably put Sly. I'd probably put him. No, not. I'd probably put him in between Hornet 2 and Mantis Lords. So Sisters of Battle, very very fun fight. Obviously, like from if you haven't learned of the type of Hollow Knight player I am already, is, you know, Sisters of Battle probably bottom of S, because the movement that you need is incredible. You know, and like even the fight in general, like you fight the first one and then you think it's gonna be like the regular Mantis Wars fight, but then you see the first sister, you know, like get up again, and then you fight all three of them, and it's awesome. Super cool climax. Winged Nosk. I don't even know why Nosk has a different variant in the Pantheon of Hallownest, but it's just a reskin of the Vengefly King. So, like, I'm probably just gonna put it top of a D, to be honest with you. Or actually, no, maybe. I know it's a reskin of Vengefly King, but at least he has at least one more new move, and the fact that first time you do Pantheon of Hallownest, like, it catches you so off guard. Well, Winged Nosk. So I would say about. I would say maybe. I'd probably fight Winged Nosk more than like. I'd probably put him right on the Galleon. Again, I know I just said it's a reskin of Vengefly King, but I'm saying just because of the fact that, you know, it's Nosk, put it at C, because why not? Like, I don't know, man. Okay, no hesitation. Just gonna get these out of the way. Thank you. Pure Vessel. I don't have to say anything, do I? I don't have to say anything. Pure Vessel. Incredible fight. Love the moveset. Love the movement required to fight. And of course, Absolute Radiance. The absolute climax of the entire game, I would say. Absolute Radiance, obviously, like get like respectively in the first Hollow Knight. Top three most difficult bosses. 1 is Absolute Radiance, 2 is Pure Vessel, 3 is Nightmare King Grim. And yeah, ironically they're all DLC bosses, but yeah, Absolute Radiance is like is just double speed of the regular Radiance, which is like, you know, incredible. I love the challenge it gives, and like trying to do Absolute Radiance, I only beat it once in my entire Hollow Knight career. I've beaten only once Absolute Radiance. And like still, like occasionally I would try to do it. I still can't, because it's just one hit and you're done. Pure Vessel, I'm still saying more than Absolute Radiance, because, you know, again, just the lore in general. Like, this is prime Hollow Knight. Like the Hollow Knight in its prime. And yeah, just the lore in general is awesome with these two bosses. Finally, we're on the Silksong. There's still so many to go. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Moss Mother. Like, I'd prefer False Knight for a tutorial boss. Like, it's not even really a boss. I'd say. Is it more difficult than Venge Viking? Probably not. But yeah, whatever. I'd still put it over Venge Viking. Maybe over Ghost Mother too. Yeah, there's just not much to say at all. I'll just put it there just cause. Bell Beast. I'm judging Bell Beast not from the Bell Beast itself, like the actual boss fight of the Bell Beast. It was alright, you know. Again, nothing special, but you know, at least you have to fight for your fast travel. I would probably put this. I'd probably put it somewhere like top of C, to be honest. Yeah, cause like the way I look at it, I would rather fight Bell Beast than all these other guys. So, Skull Tyrant, I don't know why we had to fight 2 of you, and I don't know why one of you had to like try to completely screw over Bone Bottom. Very straightforward, but probably I would probably still find them more enjoyable than like the Oblobbles. I'd put it over No Eyes though. Yeah, like I'd rather fight Other Who, just because like it takes at least, I don't even know if it takes more movement, but whatever. I'm sticking with this. If I really have to, I'll defend myself in the comments. Yeah, Lace 1, very fun. Random fun fact, I first tried her on my first playthrough of Silksong. I first tried Lace 1, and still, it was very fun. We love Lace 1. Lace 1 was, again, very nice, you know, getting comfortable with the game boss. I put it over Hornet 1. Probably, yes. I'd probably put it right here. I'd probably put Lacer right here. Dude, 4th chorus, I was looking forward to this boss as soon as I loaded up the game. Dude, 4th chorus was an amazing fight. Like, dude, I really wish, again, if there's a Godmaster DLC for Silksong, I want there to be an alternate version of 4th chorus, where you fight like 2 of them at once or something. That would be amazing. 4th chorus is incredible. I love how giant he is, and I love how, again, 4th chorus also gets a unique theme as well, which is, again, very climactic. I would say 4th chorus I would rather. I sorry, I would probably put fourth chorus. Like, probably like. I don't even know. Dude, I really like this fight. I would probably fight. I'm putting it all like second highest in A. I just love it. I love fourth course. This dude that's guarding the Hunter's March. He's not even really considered a boss. It's just considered like a heavy enemy. Yeah, pretty simple. Okay, not really not really considered a boss. Like, even Savage Beastfly is considered a boss. Like, this guy isn't considered a boss, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess same goes for Soul Warrior, but I would probably put. I forgot the name of this guy, but I'd probably put him maybe somewhere. Under False Knight? Over. Yeah, I'll put him right over False Knight. Just because I feel like it's more difficult. Savage Beastfly. The first one was fine. It was tedious enough. Screw Savage Beastfly 2. Savage Beastfly 1. It was fine. Very tedious, obviously. I want to say Savage Beastfly is like the new Massive Moss Charger, but like it's actually difficult. I would probably fight Savage Beastfly over. I would probably put Savage Beastfly like. Yeah, probably right beside the dude. I haven't forgot his name. Right under Soul Warrior. Morwing, another boss that took me quite a while, and I think a lot of people are. I'd say Morwing would probably go like. I mean, I'm kind of just coupling them all together, to be honest with you. Like, Morwing was alright. Like, I'd probably put him here. Probably put it right over God Tamer. Just because, again, like, I mean, the movement in Silksong in general is obviously a lot better than the first game. Like, I'm just saying, I'd probably put Morwing just because of the Silksong movement makes the boss more fun. Sister Splinter. Again, it's alright. Not too special. I would probably put Sister Splinter. Dude, I don't know. It's getting more and more difficult to rank these like mid-tier bosses. I would probably put Sister Splinter. Just right above Morway. Because like the most annoying part of her fight was like how many of those little flying guys she summons, and those flying guys also do double damage. Like, yeah, that's probably it. Widow, amazing boss, amazing theme, of course, of course. Yeah, Widow's definitely gonna be like A tier at least, to be honest. You know, and the fake out, you know, obviously that got me, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'd say I would fight Widow probably. Hmm. I would probably fight Widow. Like, I'd probably put Widow top of A, to be honest. Would I fight him more than a white defender? Yeah, probably. I probably would, yeah. Widow's staying top of A. the damn the conch flies. It's okay. It's alright. Probably just couple it with the other, like, the other, like just bigger size regular enemy bosses. Um. Hmm. I will probably put Great Conch Flies probably somewhere around. Probably like around, like right under Morrowind, maybe. Yeah, that's about right, I'd say. Oh, also, the music reset. Credit to this guy for making this. Oh my god. Well, that tells me this video's going over an hour. So, damn. Um. Uh, yeah, that's where Conquest are going. Last Judge, another boss I was very looking forward to. Probably more than fourth course, to be honest with you. I would put Last Judge. Last Judge was incredible. A very fun fight. I would put Last Judge over Widow. It's crazy, I know, but Last Judge. It took me quite a while. um, like, to be honest, I liked how Last Judge made you like learn the blasted steps run back. Because eventually, when you do learn it flawlessly, and you do it and you do that entire run back perfectly, it's very satisfying to do. But Last Judge itself, soundtrack is insane. Her moveset is very fun. And yeah, again, like, obviously, as soon as I understood her attack patterns and I got the Wanderer's Crest, I shredded her. But yeah, very fun. Very fun fight, Last Judge. Phantom. In my first playthrough, like as in like after. Wait, yeah, sorry, yeah, first playthrough as in like before I fought Grandmother Silk for the first ever time. I never found her. I never even touched the Bow Water. I didn't even know what Bow Water was. But yeah, now I know that. Yeah, now I know that, like, speedrunner strat, you could skip Last Judge entirely and go through Bow Water to fight Phantom to go to the Coral Chambers instead of fighting Last Judge to go through the Grand Gate. Yeah, Phantom was pretty fun. You get the cross stitch ability, which is very satisfying to pull off. I would probably still. Yeah, Phantom is very fun. I would probably put Phantom maybe around. Put it right under Failed Champion. Just because Failed Champion, I feel like has a little bit more mobility. Like mobility as in like you yourself having to dodge a little more than Phantom. But I mean, again, a big factor of Phantom's fight is that, again, you have like Silksong mobility, so you have like the dash is like also like a run, so you gotta go run around the arena. Like, and Phantom's fun. I'd say it's tied with Failed Champion, to be honest with you, and just a little bit over Hornet Sentinel. Cogwork Dancers, incredible boss. Obviously not difficult, but and makes you feel incredibly guilty on what you did. Cogwork Dancers, I would probably put right under Widow. Cavalry dances were incredibly fun. I love how they get faster in their later phases. The attack patterns are obviously very simple. But yeah, I'd probably just leave them there, to be honest with you. Yeah, this video is already over an hour long. I need to pick up the pace. So, of course, the boy, Chovio. I love Chovio with all my heart. Yeah, obviously, first time I saw him, I called him the knockoff Grim, because look, the exact same color palette. Chovio was very fun. Loved his theme. His moves were pretty fun. And I love how after you beat him the first time, if you walk away and then walk back into the arena, you can see him like playing dead. Yeah, Trovio was incredibly fun. I would probably put Trovio, I don't know, over or under Widow. I don't know. I'm gonna say under Widow. I'm gonna say Widow is still better. Just honestly, just because of the fake out. Like Trovio, incredible boss, very fun. But Widow, I'd say, just very, very slightly takes the cake here. Except this thing. Dude, I killed this like only recently just to fill out the hunter's journal. Again, it's not even considered a boss. Really. It's just there, you know. It's just guarding the wormways for no reason. I'd probably just put it in, like, I don't know. There isn't really any good methods to fight it. Like, I'd probably just put it in, like, I don't know, somewhere in C maybe. Yeah, I'd probably just put it, what was it called? The Craggler, I think it was called. I want to say, I'll probably put it, like, right under Umu, to be honest with you. Again, it's not really considered a boss, but whatever. Twin Moss Mothers, you fight these in, what, the Memoriam? It's the exact same thing as the first one. It's just a duplicate boss. Giant flea. I love how goofy this fight was. I'd probably just, yeah, it's kind of more like a fun, like, joke boss almost. I would probably just put it like, I'm gonna say like right over the Craggler, to be honest. The only reason why Umu is above it is just because, like, first time you fight it with Coral, and that's literally it. Oh my god. Disgraced Chef Lugoli. There is only one good thing about this fight, and it's the meme of, like, the dudes, like, turning around. You see it in, like, every single TikTok where it's like, analyze this shit. And then, yeah, you see, like, one of the chefs turn around. But other than that, the actual boss was kind of annoying. It was okay. I'd probably put it, like, right under the giant flea. Oh, wait. Four brothers? I forgot their names. Then four. I mean, they were okay, these guys. They're pretty simple. They only have, like, 2 attacks each. But, like, still, I'd say they were alright. They were pretty fun. I'd probably just put them, like, I would put it over, definitely over Savage Beast Fly. I would probably say top of C? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, top of C. They were alright. Again, nothing special, but they're alright. They're fine. Savage Beast Fly 2. Here we go. Again, it's just Savage Beast Fly, but now he gets rid of the floor too. And he summons things that also do double damage. Such a tedious fight. Such a tedious fight. I don't think anyone liked this fight at all. Like, obviously, for people who actually like difficulty, like, somewhat like me, I would say just put it, like, I don't know. Just put it over the crag. Father of the Flame? I don't even know why this is a boss. There's like nothing special at all for this, to be honest. Yeah, I'd probably just put it like, dude, it was just tedious. It wasn't even very fun. Like, yeah, I'd probably just say like, honestly, right there, second worst. This thing, that brood mother of the slab, absolutely foul. Oh god, what did I do? Oh my god, thank god it saved. I was gonna have a heart attack. I accidentally hit one of the side buttons on my mouse. Okay, anyway, moving on. Where did I put... Right, Father of the Flame, second worst, I'd probably say. Ooh, second... I forgot the name. I should be ashamed of myself. I forgot the name. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I forgot. Wow. Okay, yeah, anyways. This was a fun fight. I really like this fight. You know, like, you're given the little, like, side quest saying, like, meet me here or whatever. And then you realize it's the thing that you activated. I'd probably put it, like... honestly, for this fight, I do wish the arena was just a tad bit bigger. Because I feel like it's a little small. I would put this fight again. I forgot the name. I would put it probably. Let me see. I'd probably just put it. Honestly, I'd put it under Great Prince. It's a good fight. It is A tier, 100%. But I'd rather fight Great Prince, to be honest with you. Just because Great Prince is a little bit more difficult, I think. And obviously, it's Zoe. There's memes. The Unraveled. Everyone hates the Unraveled so much. Me included. It didn't take me too long to beat this fight, but still, I did not like the Unraveled very much. I would rather fight the Skull. I'd rather fight the Skull Tyrant. Well, I say the only thing going for it is probably like. Nah, no, never mind. I'm probably just gonna put it right here. I'd rather fight Coliseum of Fools Zoe, which does absolutely nothing, than the Unraveled. Oh, here we go. Yeah, unfortunately, I never fought Garmin or Chakra because I went into Act 3 before I learned about being able to fight these guys. Because yeah, Garmin and Zaza you could fight in the Whispering Vaults, in that little like outside area, and Chakra you could fight right outside of Bellheart in Greymore. And then, but yeah, I like myself, I never fought them, but again, judging from the gameplay, they looked pretty fun. Chakra looked pretty fun to fight. Again, unfortunately, I never fought them, but I don't know. I don't even know where to rank these, because again, I never fought them myself. Like, okay, I would assume Garmin and Zaza was like, he had like the same attack patterns as Lost Garmin, so probably, yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to make a new tier. Oh, that's bad. That's one. Add a row below. You're saying never fought, unfortunately. Oh, damn it! I'm screwing it up. I'm screwing it up bad. Haven't fought. It's unfortunate. I would have loved to, but yeah, it was too late. As soon as I realized. First Sinner, of course. Very, very fun fight. It's the harder version of Widow. I would probably yeah, S tier, definitely. To be fair to you, like, I want to say First Sinner is a little overrated. Like, again, it's still an S tier fight, but I feel like it's overrated. I would probably still rather fight, like, I'd rather fight these 5, maybe. I'm still thinking if I'd rather fight the Hollow Knight than First Sinner. Like, only reason why these 2 are S tier is just because of just because of how heavy of importance they are in the in the story, but still, First Sinner definitely S tier, and yeah, that's probably that. Lace 2, very, very fun. Loved Lace 2. I would say a Lace 2 is probably I want to say it is 4th highest in A, right under Trovio. Like, again, it's just faster paced Lace, which is obviously a lot more fun. Can't complain, can't go wrong at all. Grohl the Great, I despise you, only because I never found the bench close to the thing and I had to run back the entirety of Bow-Water, which is very, very painful. Sorry about that. Yeah, Grohl the Great, I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it, that boss, bro. I'd say for the run back alone, it lowers it a lot. Like, I'd say the only thing going for it is the lore, is literally just the lore. That, he took this snail shaman's soul for himself. That's why we see Grohl being able to use, like, the Vengeful Spirit spell. I would probably just put Grohl, like, I'd probably just put him like, I don't know. I'd probably rather fight Disgraced Chef instead. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Not much to say. Grandmother Silk, incredible climax of a boss. You know, like the climb and then like the reveal. You know. And yeah, obviously very heavy to the story, but like difficulty-wise, she was incredibly easy. Like I second tried her. I'm surprised I didn't the first time. Oh, like yeah, I second tried her. Not too difficult. So I'd probably put Grandmother Silk just because of how like just cool, like how cool it is in general, not just for difficulty. I'd probably put Grandmother Silk. I'd probably put under Cogwork Dancers though. Cogwork Dancers was more fun. Now we're in the Act 3 bosses. I'm probably gonna speed through these just because this video is long enough. Bell Eater, it took me not too long, and like it's not really that much of a challenge. The best part of the fight was like, you know, the Bell Beast, like yeah, the Bell Beast killed it like for like the final blow. I would say the Bell Eater. Probably over Savage Beast Fly too. Just because, like, I'd rather fight Grohl. Just because, I don't know, I feel like I like his moves more. This thing, I forgot the name of. Yeah, I forgot. I mean, this boss was incredibly easy. Again, I first tried it. It's not difficult. I would probably put it. Probably somewhere around. Better than Grohl? Yeah. Actually, no. Right under Grohl. Just because the only thing you're doing in the entire fight is you're just looking for where this thing pops out. And obviously just dodging the purple lightning, but yeah. That's pretty much it. What's next? Raging Caulifly. Again, I dislike this more than the double, because I know it's this game's version of Enraged Guardian, but still, it's incredibly tedious how it spawned more Cauliflies that also did double damage. Like, it's not really a pet peeve of mine, but like something that's really like tedious is that when a boss has like minions that do the same amount of damage as the actual boss. Like, come on, bro. Come on, Team Shield. But yeah, there isn't much of a difference there. Watcher at the Edge, very simple boss. I think he only has like 1 or 2 moves. Yeah, there's not much to him. I'd probably put it. Yeah, I'd probably just keep him here. And Lost Garment, I'm pretty sure we were all absolutely devastated when we saw Garment like this. This is a very sad fight. And it actually took me a few tries because like the only thing that screwed me up were the void attacks, not Garment's actual attacks. I would say Lost Garments is probably. I would say. I would say probably about. I would say under Hornet 1. I know it's difficult to compare Hollow Knight bosses to Silksong bosses, but still, it's like it wasn't a bad fight. It was just, yeah, yeah. Obviously, it was sad at the end. But so yeah, that's what Garmin has. Crawfather. This fight was alright. Again, it's pretty much just enemy spam. It's more of a gauntlet than a boss. So I would probably say I'd say right over Sister Splinter. And maybe Overwatch or the right between's good. Plasmified Zango. It's not even it's not even a boss really. Like it's not even dude's just walking around, and every time you get close to him, he just sprays plasma at you. And if you don't, and he's constantly healing, which is super stupid. I mean, that's what made the boss super tedious. But just kept healing. So you have to do the amount of damage fast enough to end up killing him. So I'd probably put it like right there, I guess. Pinstress took me quite a while. I did not like this fight, but yeah, I don't know. I'd say okay. I don't like the fight just because of how much she was like in the air spamming her pins rather than trying to like charge at me, which is pretty stupid because if you ran out of tools, you'd have to wait for her to like come to the ground to hit her. Yeah, nothing too special. Say more tedious than fun. I would say Pinstress goes. I would say maybe Pinstress would go. Probably. I would rather fight Markov. I'm gonna be so honest. With you. Yes, Markov was incredibly tedious. Was it more tedious than Pinstress? It could be argued, but I don't know. One of the more random bosses, we have Gur the Outcast. Again, very simple. Like, was just like sliding around along the ground, placing those little traps or whatever. It's not very special. I would probably just keep them. I'd probably just keep them, honestly, undergrow. Surprisingly. Tormented Trobio. Team Chair really said, how can we make the one and only Trobio an even more fun fight? We make him depressed. Of course, well, I'm putting both Trobio fights right beside each other. It took me more tries to do regular Trobio than Tormented Trobio because their moves are relatively the same. But yeah, I'll put them more or less beside each other. Pale Stag, I don't know why this is a boss. And I did not like how tedious this boss was. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Took me a few tries. And it's just one attack. But it teleports after every time you hit it. And repeatedly summons those little spinny double damage things, which is super tedious. I'd rather fight No Eyes, because they're relatively the same fight. Just No Eyes doesn't do double damage. Clover Dancers, love the fight. I feel like I'd rather fight Cogwork slightly more than Clover. Again, not really a solid reason, to be honest. Like they're pretty much tied because they are like the same fight. So yeah, I'll just leave Clover Dancers a little bit there. Crust King Khan. Again, nothing too special of a fight. Loved his soundtrack. And yeah, like the Coral Tower was just a little bit tedious in general because it was just gauntlet after gauntlet. Yeah, and yeah, I do wish that we got that full like coral area that was cut instead of just the Coral Tower. But yeah, Cross King Kong, it was alright. It was enjoyable. I liked it. I would say probably maybe like bottom of B. Cross King Kong was alright. Shrine Guardian Seth. Seth, obviously, I mean, like, if you don't know who Seth is, like, please enlighten yourself. Yeah, like, the actual fight itself, Shrine Guardian Seth, incredible fight. I was not mad that it took me a while to beat, because the attack patterns were fun. And yeah, dude, Seth was just a very fun fight. Now, what I put over First Sinner, I would say they're tied, to be honest with you. Yeah, they're both a very good S tier fights. Nihilith, not very special. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Like Seth was the actual boss here. Let's be real. Let's be so real. Seth was the actual boss. Nihilith. Don't get me wrong. Nihilith was still enjoyable, but still, Seth was obviously just a better fight. I would probably put Nihilith top of B. I would say maybe. Yeah, I'd put Nihilith top of B. Finally, last two we have Scarsinger Carmelita. Another S tier fight. I love this fight. Again, I did not complain that this took me a little bit to beat, but Scarsinger Carmelita, incredible. I would say it's probably tied with Seth, to be honest, but just slightly. Like, these three are like neck and neck, to be honest. They're very good. Finally, Lost Lace. Of course, Lace 3, bottom text. Very climactic. Slightly different from the other two Laces, because obviously it's Voided Lace. She gets new moves. And yeah, this fight really feels like a dance. So again, really liked it. Really liked the movement required for the fight. Really liked Lace's moves, even though they were somewhat tedious. But yeah, and again, very climactic boss. I still put it right under Scarsinger. And yeah, there you go, just like that. I would say this is my final tier list for every single Hollow Knight boss. So Hollow Knight 1 and Silksong. Obviously, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, maybe a comment. Let me know if there were any hot takes that you disagree with. I'm always happy to reply to comments. Again, I don't know when my next video is gonna be. If anything, it'll probably be another Hollow Knight tier list on like soundtrack or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is my final list of bosses. Obviously this is before Silksong gets any DLC, so eventually this will get outdated. So, I would say this is my Hollow Knight tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel. You know, I'm always looking forward to this channel growing, and again, hopefully, if it gets big enough, I could do some more, you know, ambitious stuff. But yeah. Anyways, guys, take care and have a good day.